praise Him, praise Him. Let's lift your hands to the heavens and lift your hands to Jesus. The Bible says looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. We have to glorify Him. We have to magnify Him, the Omega. He is the first and the last. He is the beginning and the end. There is no God like unto Him. There is none beside Him. There is none before Him. The Bible says that the Father highly exalted Him and has given Him a name that is far above every other name. And at the name of Jesus, things in heaven shall bow, things on the earth shall bow, things under the earth shall bow. We have to glorify Him tonight. We have to magnify Him. We have to exalt Him. We have to be so saved and life changed by the power of the Holy Ghost, by the anointing of the Most High. Oh, Lamb of God, Lamb of God, Lamb of God, Lamb of God, Lamb of God. Sing Holy Ghost, sing Holy Ghost, sing Holy Spirit, sing Holy Spirit. We welcome you in tonight. We welcome your presence. We welcome your anointing. We welcome your glory. We welcome your spirit. We welcome your presence. The power of the Holy Ghost. Amen to the liver. Amen to the healer. Amen to save. The woman I son. Baptized in the water. When Jesus shall come, He's baptized with the Holy Ghost and fire. Baptized us tonight, Lord. Baptized us tonight with the fire of the Holy Ghost, with the anointing of the Most High. Somebody said, Holy Ghost fire, Holy Ghost fire, Holy Ghost fire. Say, Lord Jesus, baptize us tonight with the Holy Ghost and fire. Begin. The pour down that Holy Ghost fire, that good kind of glory, the baptism of the Holy Ghost. Put your hands together for Jesus tonight. Put your hands together for the King of Kings, for the Lord of Lords, the mighty God, the everlasting God. Come on, good. Give it to Jesus. Give it to Jesus. Get excited. Get excited. Get excited. Get excited for Jesus. Get excited. Get excited. With your hands and glorify. With your hands and glorify. Let's get the right attitude. Let's get the right spirit. To the sea. Say the mind that is good in my heart. Like fire shut out of my bones. Like fire. Give me fire tonight. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. And roll out. It is the power of God unto salvation. The them that will believe. Amen, somebody. And the Lord that says the them that will believe. Amen, somebody. Amen to them that will believe. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. We might walk around with our Bible, but we might fully believe it. Amen, somebody. We might hold the scripture, but we might not fully believe it. Amen, somebody. But the power comes when you believe it. Tell your neighbor, the power comes when you believe it. If you believe the night is the night of your miracle, power will come. If you believe the night change will happen, the power will come to bring change. If you believe the night is that a miracle will happen, a miracle will happen. If you believe the night is the night when doors will be open, doors will be open. The secret is, when will you believe it? Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. We are not ashamed of the gospel. Because we have power in the gospel. The Bible said, he that believeth on the Lord shall not be ashamed. Tell the neighbor, say, if you believe on the Lord, you shall not be ashamed. You shall not be ashamed. No matter what comes your way, you shall not be ashamed. No matter what testing, what trial, what tribulation, what witch doctor, what opium, what sorcerer, what they say against you, you shall not be ashamed. Amen, somebody. Because you have the power of God. On your side, you have the power of God. Within you, you have something overflowing for you. You shall not be ashamed. He said, a day that call upon the Lord. Amen, somebody. Shall not be ashamed. shall not be ashamed. I said, tell him you shall not be ashamed. Tell him doors is about to open for you. Healing is about to happen. Miracles is about to happen. Signs and wonders is about to happen. Amen. It's written upon the rock. I will build my throne on the gates of hell. Shall not prevail against the church of Jesus Christ. We have life. We have the light of life. Jesus said, to you have I given the light of life. Let me neighbor say, you have the light of life.
You have the light of life.
You have the light of life inside of you. Amen. Amen. How many believe that tonight? Let's give God some praise. Give God some praise. Give God some praise. Give God some praise. Give God some glory. Hallelujah. 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 Glory is a good thing. It's a good thing. To give thanks to the Lord. To magnify it. To glorify it. To exalt it. When we create an atmosphere of praise, we are creating an atmosphere, amen, of miracles. We are creating an atmosphere of benefit. Amen, somebody. Whereby we are opening the doors for more of God, more of His Spirit, more of His glory, more of His anointing, more of His presence, more of His power.
Amen.
Somebody. And God is doing mighty things in this season and in this time. As much as we see the powers of darkness operating, so God is operating.
Amen.
And He is drawing up people. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
I said He is drawing up people. Amen. From amongst His people to be the praises of His people. He is drawing them. He's drawing up people. He's drawing up people. He's drawing up people. He's saving up people. He's delivering up people. He's preparing up people. He's saving up people. He's transforming up people. He's healing up people. He's strengthening up people. He's delivering up people. He's encouraging up people. Amen, somebody. Hallelujah. Amen, somebody. Hallelujah. Glory with us. Because last week, a brother came, amen, somebody. First time that he came. And the power of God convicted that he came out and he began to confess. Amen, somebody. That he sold his soul unto the devil.
Amen.
And he drank the blood that they gave him to drink.
Amen.
And he said that there's something inside him that wants to come out. He said it wants to come out. It wants to come out. Amen, somebody. And while he was talking with the power of God hit him. Amen, somebody. You see, Satan said to him, what he was really after was to hold me, to try to snatch me, to get to me. Amen, somebody. Amen. But if God shall be for you, who shall be against you? Amen, somebody. And he said, this demon that they gave me wants to come out. And as he said that, he began to sway left to right, he said to go back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Amen. And the Lord let me know, touch him in the chest, and I touch him, he dropped down, amen, somebody. Pick him back up, amen. And the devil started to get mad. Amen, somebody. But when the devil gets mad, God gets glad. When the devil gets mad, God gets glad. Because that means God can show up. He can show up. The Bible says when the devil shall come in as a flood, the Spirit of God shall lift a standard. The Bible says for we glory in tribulation. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. We glory in tribulation. That fire, it makes us, it changes us, it transforms us. Amen, somebody. Amen, that fire shows us what we are made of. Amen, somebody. Amen. Many of us know we know how to make a cake. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. God put he gave us the ingredients. Amen, somebody, for our life.
Amen.
And amen, the ingredients comes along with the good and the bad. It comes along with the miracles, the trials, the tribulation, the persecution. Amen, somebody. The Bible said that dying and yet behold we live.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. You know when you're making a cake, you're throwing a few eggs. Amen, somebody. You get some flour. Amen, somebody. somebody. You get some butter, you get some milk, amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Whatever you need to put in there, but it's got to put in something to make that cake. Amen, somebody. It's got to go in the oven, it's got to go in the fire. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. That ingredients is whipped together. When it go into the fire, when it go into the oven, then you see what it's really made of. Amen. Then it produces, then the progress of all the ingredients comes together, and you see what God was creating. Amen, somebody. You understand what I'm saying?
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen. Tell the neighbor, say, God is putting the ingredients of your life together.
God is putting the ingredients of your life
He's
together.
putting the ingredients.
He is putting the
And He's mixing it together. Amen. And then He's, amen. Amen, somebody. And then you're going to be trying. You're going to be putting them open to see what you are made of. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Tell the neighbor, say, you're going to be putting the oven to see what you are made of. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen. It's either not giving away, or it's something nice, or it's dropping the center. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, amen. Amen. That's what the Bible calls it. Trying of faith is more precious than silver than gold. Amen, somebody. The triumph of your faith. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. So, and we're going to be praying with him. And he went home, he couldn't enter the home. The guy had a daughter that levitated off the ground. Amen, somebody. His wife mixed up with the Lord's and with Hinduism. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen. That God in the foot, God in the hand, God in the house. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. The guy said that his wife she wouldn't come. I see when the power of God has come to rescue here tonight, God will bring us. She will be compelled to come. Amen, somebody. Amen. Lamb of God. Hallelujah. Amen. That night he couldn't go into the house because wasn't had inside the house. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. And also we begin to pray in the seat for him, and I begin to pray in the seat that night. And the next day he could have gone into the house. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. And when you went and they came on Saturday, amen, they bring all the God, they bring all the charms, they bring all the 7-point star. Your wife come, your daughter come. Amen, somebody. Amen. You wanted to see what the wife was doing because the wife was a corrupt spirit. Japanese magic. Amen. All type of trust. Amen. He is getting all kind of chop when the demon take your wife at home. There's all kind of chop coming. Amen. Amen. All kind of Bruce Lee move. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen. But where the power of God is, amen. The Bible said no weapon that is formed against you. Amen, somebody. It cannot prosper. And every tongue that will rise up in judgment shall be made condemned. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. The daughter that was levitating, amen, somebody. All the ground, she just made a ground like a dog, and that was it. She went down. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. Because Jesus is alive. He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. The Bible is about faith to the Son and the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. And as a human being, the kind of wisdom sometimes begin to show up. The fleshly emotions begin to show up. Amen, somebody. But as a believer, we got to lean to the Spirit. Amen, somebody. We got to lean to the gospel. We got to lean to the word of God. We can't let the flesh show up. We can't let the emotions of the flesh show up. Amen. We can't let our character show up. We got to let the Holy Ghost show up. We got to let the word of God show up. We got to let the hallelujah, the power of the gospel. Amen, somebody. It's all that believe it. That word shows up. That That's where we defeat the enemy. Amen, somebody. Because Satan can defeat you if you are in your flesh. Amen, somebody. Tell your person, Satan will defeat you if you are in your flesh. If you allow your emotions, the natural emotions to show up, he will defeat you.
Amen.
If you allow the man or the woman of the flesh to appear, he will defeat you.
Amen.
But if you want to win every battle, you got to stick to the gospel.
Amen.
The power is in the gospel. So you say the power is in the gospel. The power is in the gospel. Amen. Amen. Amen, someone. Amen. Give God some praise tonight. The power is in the gospel of Jesus.
Amen.
The life of God is in the gospel of Jesus. Amen, someone. It's in the gospel, it's in the gospel. So let me tell you something. When God sent people like that to you, amen, someone. Amen. And you pull people out of that type of hole. When you take them out of that lodge and those type of satanic powers, they come after you.
Amen.
They come after your ministry. They come after your leaders.
Amen.
And so therefore you got to be in the spirit at all times. You got to be watchful. You got to be observant. You got to be in prayer. You got to be in fasting.
Amen.
You got to be praying one for another.
Amen.
Amen, someone. Because you are in a battle.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen. And he knows he can defeat you if you come out of the spirit.
Amen.
And it is easy to come out of the spirit. Amen. It is easy to fall back into the nature of man.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. It is very easy. Amen. Because we can lose focus. Amen, somebody. And if we lose focus, we can fall back into the nature of man. But when you are in a deliverance ministry, amen, that you got to be careful. Amen, that you don't fall back into your nature.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. So you, amen, somebody. Because in your nature, the man nature is carnality. For to be carnally minded is death. It is the characteristics of the flesh. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. That is the nature of man. Amen. Amen. But the fruit of the Spirit is in all love and joy and peace and meekness and temperance and gentleness and kindness and humility and long suffering. The Bible said this is the divine nature of God. And he said if we put on these things, we shall not be barren or unfruitful. And we shall not fall.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. But the manifestation of the flesh is in drunkenness, is in reveling, is in strife, is in envy, is in jealousy, is in pride, is in haughtiness, is in vengeance. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. And so Satan sometimes wants us to fall back in that nature. Because he can defeat us in the nature of the flesh. But he cannot defeat us in the nature of the Spirit.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. And many of us amen, our miracles are being hindered because we have not developed the nature of the Spirit.
Amen.
We cannot go to that new level because we have not developed the nature of the Spirit of God.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. And many people are praying for, they come for a miracle, they come for a healing, but they don't have a prayer life. They're not praying, they're not studying the word. Amen, somebody. Their mind is not focused on the things of God. Amen, somebody. In their homes, amen. The things that they are watching on their television, their phones. Amen. The mind of the spirit is not being formed.
Amen.
They are distracted. Amen, somebody. Amen.
Amen.
You don't understand how much that does distract you. Amen. You put on some Benny Hinn, some TD Jakes, and you will see your focus begin to change. Your spirit begin to get stirred. Amen. Put on some MTV. Put on some foolishness on your TV and begin to watch. And your flesh nature begin to get stirred. Lust begin to get stirred. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. So we really got to challenge ourselves to stir that the spirit in us, to keep our minds and hearts set upon Him, because that little thing that you look at nothing can be the difference for you rising and falling.
Amen.
Between life and death.
Amen.
That little anger will look like it seems to be nothing.
Amen.
Because we think that by praying and fasting will cover the anger.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
A brother a month ago, that little anger carried him to his death.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Even though he began praying, he began seeking God. The flesh in man was still dominating his spiritual walk.
Amen.
Because our prayer is only effective by the righteousness of God that dwells within us.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen. And this guy that he had to have a war with for maybe about 2 years. For 3 years. Amen, somebody. Amen. Very tragic, sad death. Amen, somebody. But that's how easy the enemy comes at us. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Amen.
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 Amen. And the guy just came and flicked a cigarette on his new car. Amen. He gets vexed and he decided to drive up and go by the guy. Not knowing Satan set a trap.
Amen.
That little anger carried him to his death.
Amen.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Look how easy it is. When the fruit of the Spirit could have possessed him and he can have peace in the midst of the storm and said, the battle is not mine but the Lord. God will deal with him. God will fight for him. God will fight for him. It's so easy to fall back into the flesh nature.
Amen.
It's very easy.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
It's very easy
Amen.
to fall back into the nature of man. So the Bible said, do not fall back into the
Do
nature
not
of man.
fall back into the
It's in
nature
that
of man.
nature where Satan have authority over your life.
Amen.
It's where demon spirits can dwell in you.
Amen.
Are you suffering with anger? Are you suffering with hatred and bitterness? Amen, somebody. Are you keeping people in your heart? Is there unforgiveness? Satan strives and dwells and grows on these things.
Amen.
He destroys you with these things. Your prayer cannot be heard if these things dwell in your heart, because your heart is the altar.
Amen.
Glory to God.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Many people receive deliverance from demon spirits. You will find, amen, that 2 and 3 months later, that they are possessed again because they have gone back in the nature of man. They have gone back in the same nature that God them possessed, that God them sick, that God them oppressed. Remember what Jesus told them. When He healed them, when He delivered them, He told them, go and sin no more. Remember the man sick of the palsy, they brought Him and He asked them, which is easier to say, thy sins be forgiven thee, or I say thee, arise, take up thy bed and walk. He said there was no difference.
Amen. Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. We got to know, amen, what type of house we are building.
Amen.
Amen. are you building?
What type of house are you building?
What type of house are you building? Will it be able to stand the test of time in this life? Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. We might take it for granted, but many people are dying all over. They are sick all over. There is darkness all over. There is bondage all over. There is frustration all over. There is strife all over. Many people are hooked on drugs. Amen. They can't stop drinking. Amen, somebody. Amen. Their minds are swayed by this world. Their hearts are swayed by this world. Their lives are swayed by this world. They feel hopeless. They run to churches and to ministries here and there, and yet still they have no hope. They end up by the opium man, and yet still they have no hope. They end up doing all type of foolishness, and yet still they have no hope.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen.
Amen.
So there is what type of house are you building?
What type of house are you building?
I want us to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verses 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? In thy name have cast out devils. In thy name done many wondrous or wonderful works. And then when I profess unto them that I never knew you, depart from me, he that walketh in iniquity. You see, it's not enough for God to use me to heal the sick. It's not enough to cast out devils.
Amen.
It's not enough to raise the dead.
Amen.
Amen, someone.
Amen.
As Jesus is pointing out the work of iniquity, iniquity is what is in the life of the believer.
Amen.
Amen, someone.
Amen.
The Bible said he was wounded for our transgressions and bruised for our iniquities. Amen. Let's check it out again. He was wounded for our transgressions. Transgressions is the breaking of God's law.
Amen.
But iniquity is the sin of the believer. It's him that knoweth to do right and still does wrong.
Amen. Preach on. Amen.
And Jesus here was calling repentance to the believers.
Amen.
Because there are many backsliders, many who have gone to churches, many who have been baptized, many who are in churches and are not keeping the word of God. It's not keeping the laws of God. It's not keeping the commandments of God. And Jesus' problem here was the sin of the believer.
Amen.
He said that you have done all these works, and he will say unto thee, depart from me, he worker of iniquity, I know you not.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. That's why Satan is destroying homes and families in the lives of God's people. Amen, somebody. The Bible says gifts and callings come without repentance. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Glory to Jesus, Spirit of the living God. And that's why it is important to make sure that iniquity do not abound and do not dwell. The Bible said in the last day, Jesus said, because iniquity shall abound in the hearts of men, that the love of many shall wax cold. And that's why we see there is not a love for God. There is not a passion for God. There is not a hunger for God in the house of God anymore. We do not find it in the lives of God's people anymore. We find religion. We find that we are religious. We find churches building, but we're not finding people that is hungry for God.
Amen.
We find people, we're hungry for miracles. We're hungry for help.
Amen.
We're hungry for signs and wonders. We're not hungry for righteousness. We're not hungry for holiness. Amen. It's time to get hungry and it's time to repent. Jesus came preaching. Amen. Jesus came preaching. Repent here, for the kingdom of God is at hand.
Amen.
tormented by familiar spirits.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. There are people, amen, they are seers and we go to them and we pay their money and they have gifts and they see the truth.
Amen.
They see what's happening in your life and they will tell you. They can't do nothing about it, but they will tell you about it.
Amen.
Because you're operating by a familiar spirit.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. But to do the truth, we do not want to do the truth.
Amen.
To live right, we do not want to live right.
Amen.
To stand for righteousness, we do not want to stand for righteousness.
Amen.
Jesus said, behold, light has come into the world, and man rather darkness more than light, for their deeds are evil. Amen, somebody. Amen. To repent, to turn, to straighten our life. We do not want that, but we want a miracle. We want a healing. We want the man of God to move every mountain in our lives. We want, amen. We want to see all type of miracles. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. But in our day-to-day lives, our heart is not set upon God. We're not hungry for God. We're not thirsty for God. Amen, somebody. Amen, somebody. Remember, amen, somebody. Remember the children of Israel was in the wilderness, and the Bible said they were hungry. They were physically hungry. Remember, these things were type and shadow of things to come. Amen, somebody. And Jesus came in the New Testament and told them, he said, I am the bread of life that came down from heaven. He that eateth of me shall never hunger. So we see in the Old Testament they were hungry, and we saw that God sent unto them manna from heaven, angels' food. Amen, somebody. But something happened to the food that God sent, the food that wasted. Amen. While they were hungry and they were crying for so much food, the Bible said the food that wasted started rotting in the night time, but they couldn't take the scent, they couldn't sleep, they couldn't function.
Amen.
The Bible shows that God commanded the food to rot. He commanded the scent to come up.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Because they were murmuring that they were hungry and thirsty, and when the food came, they was not eating it.
Amen. Preach on.
Amen.
Preach on.
Come on.
Amen.
When Jesus came, they reject him. They were crying for a Savior, and when he came, they reject him.
Amen.
The Bible said, amen, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. They were hungry to see the signs and wonders from the heaven and see the bread fall. But when the bread came, they couldn't eat it.
Amen.
So it is today when Jesus sent his servants, his prophets, his apostles, his teachers, when he sent them with his word, with the gospel, they do not receive it, they turn.
Preach on.
They want to see the works and the acts, but they do not want to repent and hear the gospel.
Amen. Preach on. Hallelujah.
And so you will see that what God has given to them starts to rotten.
Amen. Come on.
Because they are wasting what God has given to them.